Hello. What's up,
Barbie
girl?
has launched Autistic
Hey,
Barbie,
girl,
and
look.
she's a
Did
part
you
of a
hear that?
community. Let's talk about it.
Barbie is releasing a new Autistic Barbie. I am so excited for the little girls. I hope they do an autistic Ken too. I think that is such a good idea. Yes, girl, she got little earphones on. I think they give her a little tablet too. That is so cute, girl. You know me, I love dolls, girl. I always had. I'm surprised I don't have a Barbie collection. Yeah, okay, well, yeah, I'm just basically tonight, I'm just gonna touch on autism and how it is a worldwide, we're affected by it worldwide as well as the United States. I'm going to review the Autistic Barbie and what is autism and the statistics. I'm trying to make us aware as a community. Tune in, girl. Okay, bye. Hey, y'all, what's up? I know y'all overheard because y'all always be listening. Anyway. Did y'all hear that Barbie is launching a new autistic Barbie? I think that is adorable. I think it is. I worked as a paraprofessional for 3 years, and I really, I worked with autistic children, and they're very smart, very intelligent, highly intelligent beings. So I'm glad that they're doing this, like that they're making it more aware, making us more aware so we can be aware. So what we're going to do tonight, guys, we're just going to talk about autism. That's what we're going to do. We're going to talk about autism. We're going to talk about the Autistic Barbie, and we're going to close out, okay? Because it's Monday, all right? So let's first talk about what exactly is autism. Autism spectrum disorder, also known as ASD, is a complex, lifelong neurodevelopmental condition affecting social interaction, communication, and behavior characterized by varied strengths and challenges, including repetitive actions and unique sensory experiences with experiences differing. I'm short circuiting y'all. Widely among individuals, hence the spectrum. Meaning, it can range from 0 to 100. You know how when a bitch pop off on you, you can go from 0 to 100 real quick. That's how autism is. It has a spectrum, guys. So we're going to take a quick look at it, and then we're going to look at the Autistic Barbie. So signs of autism: issues with communication. Child doesn't respond to, what is that? His or her name. Repetitive movements, speech patterns, prefers to be alone, avoiding eye contact. That's one of the major things that I notice about that they avoid eye contact. What is this? Eccentric way of moving, sensitive to loud noises, like all that noises stimulates them, and trouble interpreting what others feel. They don't feel what you feel. We got to start looking at that, guys. You have empathic people, which is me. I'm very sensitive to other people. Like, if someone else breaks their leg and I'm there, I feel it. But anyway, let's get started. Guys, we're going to be reading from an article by CNN. It was updated 8 hours ago, and it's written by Jacqueline Howard. And this is Autism Advocates Celebrate Release of Magical First Ever Barbie on the Spectrum. 5-year-old Miko's eyes lit up with glee when she noticed something familiar about her Barbie. The doll held a fidget spinner and wore oversized headphones just like hers. Guys, my heart, I can't. Oh my God, I can't. The moment was almost magical, said Mika's mother, Precious Hill, who's based in Los Angeles. The doll, launched Monday, is the first Barbie with autism. She carries a pink fidget spinner. That actually spins, wears pink noise-canceling headphones to reduce sensory overload, and holds a pink tablet. Oh, there's the tablet, guys. And holds a pink tablet that represents her augmentative and alternative communication, or AAC device. Guys, when I tell you that, oh, my heart. Hill says Miko, who is nonverbal, also uses AAC device, which helps people who have speech or language problems to communicate. Autism is such an invisible disability at times, and to see that it's being represented through Barbie, everybody knows who Barbie is. It felt really good. Hill said, it's really important to me that Miko walks through life having representation. It really matters to me that she's not alone. Parents, you know what we're saying here. Okay? The Barbie doll has a gaze that shifts slightly to the side, reflecting how someone with autism avoid direct eye contact. Oh my God, guys, I'm so serious. Like, I might start crying. Her fashionable purple pinstripe dress is purposely flowy, loose-fitting, and short-sleeved, a nod to how some people with autism prefer to keep fabric from touching their skin as much as possible. As Mattel prepared for the doll's lunch, the company sent the new Barbie to Hill. She too has autism, and she says the doll makes her feel seen. She also has two other children, 11-year-old twins Matthew and Mackenzie. While Mackenzie has not been found to have autism, Matthew is autistic, and he too was happy to see the doll. Other families that are going through this or that also have autism or loved ones that are on the spectrum, I hope they feel seen too, Hill said. The new doll is part of Mattel's Fashionistas collection, which includes dolls with a diverse range of skin tones, hair textures, body type, and health conditions. One of the dolls even has type 1 diabetes, Down syndrome, and blindness. This is the community of the special dolls. Mattel worked with nonprofit Autistic Self-Advocacy Network to design the doll, which aims to represent the roughly 1 in 31 children who are diagnosed with autism by age 8 in the United States. It is so important for young autistic people to see authentic, joyful representation of themselves, and that's exactly what this doll is. Colin Killick, executive director of the Autistic Self-Advocacy Network, stated, "Partnering with Barbie allowed us to share insights and guidance throughout the design process to ensure that the doll fully represents and celebrates the autistic community, including the tools that help us become independent. Autism spectrum disorder is a range of neurodevelopmental differences that affect how people communicate, interact, and experience the world around them. It typically begins before the age of 3 and continues throughout a person's life. Although there is no cure for autism, early support and therapies can make a meaningful difference." And guys, I tell you, I really enjoyed working with those babies. I really did. Research suggests that autism is more than 3 times more common among boys than girls, but many experts believe it is frequently overlooked or misdiagnosed. In some cases, girls with autism are not diagnosed until much later in life, not until they become mothers. Hill was one of them. I didn't know I was autistic growing up, said Hill at age 32. It was only through her daughter's diagnosis at age 2 that Hill discovered her own diagnosis. When I first learned about Miko being autistic, I spoke with my aunt. My aunt who primarily raised me, and she noticed it first. She said, "Well, I didn't want to offend you. I didn't know how you would take the news, but I kind of noted that there were some similarities between Miko and you and how you were when you were growing up. And when I was little, she didn't just know it was that. She knew that I was different." But Hill started to research more about autism to support her daughter. She realized that many of the signs, symptoms, and experiences parallel her own life. She then met with a health professional and was diagnosed at age 29 years old. I can totally relate to being diagnosed later in life as a female with autism. Autism Speaks advocates support people with autism. And my 12-year-old was diagnosed at age 2, and I was diagnosed a year after that. I got my diagnosis just after my son. So what I'm going to do is look over the statistics of the autism in the United States as well as the world. So guys, you can see right here the level of autism. The United States, we're 1,050. How autism diagnosis varies around the world. The United States, we're 1,050. What is it?
Thanks for tuning in.
We're here. Y'all know I ain't say. They go France, 825. What is that? Brazil, 606. So, but yeah, let's